Hello, hello. Right, let's go through these exam questions that I've been posting all week on Instagram. So the first one is a grade 4 and it's non-calculator. A geometric progression starts 416. So 416. Geometric, there are lots of types of sequences. Geometric means there's a common ratio between each term. That just means, what do I multiply by to get to each term? Well, I multiply by 4, so the common ratio is 4. So I just want the next term. So if I take that 16 and times it by 4, you can write 4 times 16 on paper, or you can double it again. So double it is 32, double it again is 64. That's my answer. Part B, a Fibonacci type sequence starts 3, -8. Think back, Fibonacci means I add the previous 2 terms to get to the next number in the sequence. So 3 add -8, or 3 take away 8 is -5. -8, -5, -13. There's my answers, 3 marks, done, brilliant. Next question, grade 6, work out, and I can use a calculator, so I've got it here and I'm going to use it. The cubed root of 512, so I'm going to write it like that, the cubed root of 512 to the reciprocal of 0.4. Oh, they're making it tricky. So reciprocal numbers are just numbers that are divided into 1. So for example, if I had the number 2, if I did 1 divided by 2, I would get a half. And can you see the little pattern here, what's happening? We've just flipped it over, okay? So the reciprocal of 0.4, if I turn it into a fraction, it makes my life easier. So that's in the tenths column, it's 4/10. I'm going to simplify it, 2/5. I'm going to halve it. So the reciprocal of 2/5 is 5/2. So there it is, 5/2. I could have written 2.5. So what is the cube root of 512? Put it into your calculator. Cube root of 512 is 8. So at the moment, I've got a ratio of 8 to 5/2. Now the question says, give your answer in the form n to 1. So instead of 8, I want n, and I want a number there. Instead of 5/2 or 2.5, I want 1. So this is the key side I'm looking at. How do I get from 2.5 to 1? Well, to get to 1, I just divide by itself. So I'm dividing by 2.5. Whatever I do to one side on ratio, I do to the other. So I'm going to divide by 2.5. And I can use my calculator. Yay. So 8 divided by 2.5 is 3.2. So the ratio is 3.2 to 1. So n is 3.2. There you go. Brilliant. Right, next one. These are my little quizzes. So I had 3. If I multiply a number by 0.65 on my calculator, what have I done to it? So I'm taking a number, so whatever my number is, let's call it n, that's worth 100%. Now if I'm timesing that by 0.65 or 65%, what have I lost? Well, I've lost 35%. So I've actually reduced the number by 35%. Is the answer there? I've decreased it by 35%. There it is, done. Because if you're timesing by a number less than 1, you're going to make your answer smaller. Check it with a number, see if it works. Puzzle 2, to increase £85 by 17% on my calculator, what do I type? So I start with £85, which is worth 100%. I'm increasing it, so I'm adding on 17%. So my final amount is worth 117%. On a calculator, to change it to a decimal, just divide by 100. So that's 1.17. So I've increased my £85 by 17%. So hopefully my answer is here. Yeah, and I'm timesing. I'm not adding it on, I'm timesing by it. Because really what that means is 85, remember times means of, so I want 117% of 85, so it's the same thing. Puzzle 3, last one. What do the exterior angles of a polygon add up to? So a polygon is a closed, straight-edged shape. So for example, let's badly draw 1, 2, 3. I was trying to draw a pentagon there. So let's say we've got a little regular pentagon going on here, 5 sides. So the exterior angles, I walk around the perimeter and I keep walking. There's my first one, there's my second one, there's my third one, there's my fourth one, and there's my fifth one. If I was to put those angles together, and also if I'm walking around the outside, it's kind of like I'm walking in a circle. I put those angles together, I get 360 degrees because the angles in a circle are 360. Okay, hope that helped. Look forward to more next week. Take care and bye-bye.